I mean, to call it a mess, maybe I am too uptight about keeping things clean. I don't know if clean is even the right word, but organized. I got home yesterday, played golf with a buddy yesterday, and I was tired as heck. Ate a frozen pizza, which was delicious. It was a home run in. Sausage pizza, ate the whole thing. I think I went and laid down for a couple hours, slept. Had vague plans on the way home from golf. Not vague plans. I was planning to go to Starbucks and edit some videos, maybe get a burrito or something on the way home. And as I'm driving, I'm going, hey, I'm hungry. I don't see any burrito joint. Maybe I'll just go home and see what's in the fridge. I did. It was my frozen pizza. Chowed on that, but when I was done eating, and let me tell you, it was tasty. I didn't have the energy to go out to a coffee shop, and again, fell asleep for a couple hours, and kind of had my things not quite where they should be. Like my keys, they don't belong on the kitchen table. My keys belong on my dresser in my bedroom. Silly keys. But anyway, so I had a quiet night last night, which felt good. Watched some TV. What did I watch? I finished up Then There Were Giants, World War II movie. Good morning, Fred Hinkle. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Amy Loy. And Suzanne wants to know what kind of frozen pizza I buy. Yesterday, my favorite's the home run in pizza. I think it's amazing. I just can't imagine any that can compete. Occasionally, I'll, like in here, I have a Connie's pizza that was, I think it was like buy one, get one free. And it's fun to mix it up a little bit, but I think the home run in pizza is amazing. Good morning, Damien. Good morning, Jacob. So where was I? So my apartment's, everything's not quite, how's my facial hair coming? It's starting, I mean, you can almost see it now, but I don't like the feeling. I don't like the feeling. It's itchy. It's itchy. People always say, well, you get through it, you work through it, but I don't know that I want a beard. I don't know that I want to have a beard. If I could always have it like yesterday's length, I think that would be the coolest. But alas, we don't always get exactly what we want. God gives us what we need. Sorry. Feeling a little bit like a confused old man today, because things aren't where they're supposed to be. And because I'm not a spring chicken. My head is so shiny, somebody said. All right. I don't know how men deal with facial hair. Generally, I shave it. That's how I deal with it, and it works pretty well for me. I don't know what happened. All of society has facial hair now. No, I mean, not the women, apparently. But everyone's unshaven. It's what the kids are doing these days. Even my nephew Isaac, who has extremely patchy facial hair, doesn't shave. I mean, again, everyone should do them, but I just don't like the feeling that much. Have a sip of water. Oh. Oh. Felicia said, hi, old white dude. Something about a woman saying that. I don't know. Okay, here's what I think it is. I kind of expect disrespect from young men, but I would think a woman, I don't know, is classier, more sophisticated, has better manners than just to hop on and say, hi, old white dude. You know what I mean? Good morning, Julie Flanagan. How are you? How are you doing? How's the sun doing behind us? It's getting dark. It's staying darker later out there. It's 5:40 right now. And I don't know. I guess we're about 6-7 weeks past the longest days of the year. We're heading towards periods of darkness. Oh, are we headed towards periods of darkness? Let's see. I might have to put it to subscriber only. Should I put it, somebody likes the dark days. I tell you what, I was editing a video. I woke up early this morning. All these become shorts, reels, and TikToks. I go, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is August 7th. It is 5:41 a.m. Happy Thursday. This is a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing a little bit about the ups and downs, telling the story of my life and the great adventures that I go on. Oh yes, they're great. But for those that have been watching a while, I know who you are. You know it's not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. I've had a cold the last 6 days. You could still probably say this is the tail end of my cold, but I think in the next couple days it will be all gone. So because of that, when you have a cold, your coffee doesn't taste as good. But I think I'm on such the tail end of my cold that my coffee's gonna taste really good. And I am very excited to have my first sip. And my hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. That should be my whole show this morning. That's all you get. All you people saying weird things. You don't deserve me this morning. Oh, poor Julie. You love coffee, but you loved it iced lately. Is that wrong? Well, no. I mean, I think, you know, I don't care if anyone drinks tea or coffee or beer or lemonade or Coke or water or whatever. But I'm having coffee unless I have some tea and I'm feeling under the weather. And then I will rock some tea. But I do not have any tea the last several days. So I've been doing my coffee just the same. Plus, it's the name of my show, Coffee with Ken. Hello. Oh. Yeah, like I said, that's probably all you guys should get this morning. I have many visitors today that are keeping my moderator, Julie Flanagan, going. Keeping her busy. She needs to relax, enjoy her cup of coffee, not have to worry about moderating my show. I think my other moderator, Chip, almost gets a sick joy out of muting people. Chip's a sick man. Bro has nothing going on lies. I don't know what that means. Maybe you're saying I have nothing going on in life. Is that what you're saying? I think I got a lot going on in life. Oh. Let's see. Greetings, Helen from Australia. When I drink tea, what kind do I like? Well, I like the Earl Grey tea. It's got kind of a nice aroma. Got a nice taste. But yeah, so whenever I go to Starbucks, I'll get the Earl Grey tea, and I have them put a lot of honey in it because the honey is just ridiculously delicious. Sometimes they'll put it in, sometimes I'll put it in. The good thing when they put it in is it's there. The good thing when I put it in is I get to lick the packages and try and suck the packages clean of tea, or honey, which is just amazing. I don't know why I don't just why do I buy ice cream? Why don't I just go to the store and get honey and eat it by the spoonful? Somebody says people make alternative accounts to anger troll. I was thinking about that a little this morning. By the way, I woke up a little early for a Thursday morning. I was up at 4:30. I went to bed early. Last night was just a series of biblical shows I was watching and dozing off and laying there and rubbing my tummy because it had a full home run in pizza in it. Thought about digging, after my nap, I thought about digging into the tub of ice cream I had in there. I thought the better of it and did not have the tub of ice cream. So if you think I look particularly thin this morning, it's because I said no to the tub of ice cream last night. Good morning, Batty Lynn. Do I gym? I haven't gymmed in a week and a half, I'd say. Good morning, Skitty. How are you? Have you been dealing with the terrible twos with my toddlers at all? You're going through it all over here. Well, I hope to be dealing with that. I don't have my toddlers with me right now, and I'll tell you, my younger one is coming up on 3 years old, and her mom a couple times has said she's got the terrible twos. I don't know if there's such a thing. I think a little girl that's 2 and is crying just needs her daddy to hold her and tell her she has a right to be upset and that she can cry if she wants to. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing in a week and a half or so. Wait, did I turn this? Yeah, I turned this to subscriber only. Suddenly, nobody's commenting. Suddenly, there's no commenters. which means most of my viewers, most of my commenters are non-subscribers, because a moment ago I couldn't keep track. It was just a flood of noise. Wait, Suzanne, what's no fun? Is no fun turning it to subscriber only? I know Julie prefers to have a nice quiet cup of coffee in the morning. I mean, I guess why wouldn't I? Julie timed out somebody who said I'm getting triggered. It's such a funny, because I never even heard of that word growing up, but apparently it's like a thing to annoy certain people and say they're triggered or something. I don't know why anyone's thing would be to trigger somebody else, to annoy them to the point of agitation. What a bleak sounding existence that must be. Really. I don't know if it was on a live video the other day or it was a video I was editing, and I was thinking about it this morning, but I had some commenters say, what makes you think this is inspirational? And I think people that are looking to be inspired, if you're not looking, you're never going to find inspiration. You're not going to be inspired by anything. You're going to go, bah, this sucks. You suck. Church is a waste of time. It's crappy weather outside. My job sucks. My wife sucks. My kids suck. My life sucks. And if that's what you want to find, that's all you'll find. Yeah. Let's see. Well, thank you, Jacob. Yeah, it's my birthday today. I'm 57. For any of those that have been spoiled or will think I'm forever young and I'm always 56, I'm on I think it's 57. I think mid-50s. I mean, 57 might be grasping on to mid-50s. Might be trying to hold on, trying to be in a decade that is fast slipping away from you. Gonna be 60 soon. Just woke up early. I was editing a video. That's what I do for fun. Thank you, everyone that says happy birthday. And there was a video that, I don't know, the subject in one of my lives a couple months back came up about like life and death. And I talked about how I'm not afraid of dying really at all. Hey, thank you, Black Mirror. Wait, do you have like a princess doing a dance on the side of that? I don't even know how that happens, but somebody named Black Mirror sent me $4.99. And what is that? There's something dancing on that. I like it. I don't know. It looks kind of, I'm not sure what it is, but it's doing a cool dance. It's almost like a princess for me, but I'm 57. I cannot see very well. But I did a video, and I didn't want it to be morbid. But I was talking about having a different view of life and death than a lot of people, how I'm not really afraid of dying at all. I don't want it to be a horrific, painful, yucky thing. Hope I pass peacefully. But because of it, I'm trying to live as much as I can every day. And that was the point of the video. I didn't want it to be morbid sounding. Hope it wasn't. Ooh, my tummy just grumbled. I love my little dancy thingy. Can somebody tell me with better eyes? Suzanne is 56 here. You feel 55, to be honest. Yeah, you don't look a day over 55, Suzanne. I'm amazed when you tell me you're 56. You seem such a vibrant 55. Who would have thought you would be 56? So anyway, yeah, it's Thursday morning. It's my birthday. I'm 57. I had a viewer, a long-time viewer, text me, "Good morning, Opal Bond." Text me at like 12:30. I mean, when I say like 12:37, I think it was 12:37 last night, saying happy birthday. It was cute. Somebody else sent me a text at, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning. I had just woken up. Wasn't sure what my day would hold. I realized my thoughts were going bouncing around real quick. And wonder if I've ever, I think the show started because I struggled with anxiety a little bit and mental health, and we all do, and most of us don't talk about it. So I figured, what the hell, I'm going to talk about it and make you feel okay about your own struggles. But I realized this morning as my thoughts were darting from one thing to the next, and even yesterday morning, I was headed to golf, and rather than be excited about golf, I was worried that I didn't get enough sleep. I was worried about being late, being early. What would I do when I get there? Would there be a putting green? As crazy as it sounds. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if any of us can really tune in and feel other people's thoughts or brains or stuff. But I wonder if, like Julie, you're watching. You seem like a content woman in a good place. Do you ever just kind of, does your mind go and just kind of go, it's a sunny day, and then have quiet brain and go, my kids are coming over soon, and then a quiet brain, and then wonder, wait, it sure does. When you say it sure does that mean you have the quiet brain, or does it mean it bounces all over? Like you're wondering, oh, I got to go visit Dad, or then we got to be here, and I wonder if I'm going to make it to church, or, you know. And I think of when I was young that I didn't realize that it shouldn't be that way. Okay. That I didn't realize it shouldn't be that way, or it's okay to be that way, but you can reel it in and go, okay. Thoughts are racing. You know, wondering if I need to get up, if I got enough sleep, if it's going to be hot and crappy. Wonder if I should have taken a bath after I got home from golf last night, or should I pick up a work shift tonight, or will I be able to pay my bills, or am I going to get everything ordered for my kids? And it's just almost torturous. It's crazy. And I don't know, again, Julie said her mind bounces all over. I don't know if most of us do. Suzanne said she has no peace in your head. It is terrible sometimes. I worry about my kids a lot. And if you're not worried about your kids, you'll worry about something else, probably. And it's really ridiculous. And I think I lived with that going, you know, it's almost in this, like a torture chamber in between your ears of your mind just darting. And none of them are real good. You know, rarely are you going, sit here, on chair, look at sunrise, sip coffee, and just quiet. And I think part of the show and part of my spiritual journey has been to quiet my mind and to realize that it doesn't need to be stressed out all the time. Like our mind shoots too many signals to us. No wonder we're all crazy. Thank you, Schlevel Knievel. Julie goes to a happy place, somewhere you can go just to relax. I think for me, a little bit this shows my happy place. Mobsidian realized your coping mechanism is to study and learn every detail, to understand every single issue you're having. But the problem is, Mobsidian, and I'm sure you've realized, the issues you have are infinite. You know, because if your mind is designed to worry, to fret, to find something else that could go wrong, that's a crappy way to be. You know? But at least you can focus your thoughts and focus your mind on trying to figure out what you're fretting about. For me, I think communicating and maybe doing my show always feels good. Anytime I say a little prayer or say thank you, God, for the comfortable sheets or comfortable bed or the night's sleep, is a good way. Suzanne asks, how do I stop worrying all the time? All right, Suzanne, you're worried about it doesn't even matter what you're worried about, because even if that wasn't there, you'd be worried about something else. Be grateful for something. I think gratitude or faith, I think it was easier for me when I personified my gratitude into faith. It was easier for me to be grateful if I could thank God for my cup of coffee. And without believing in a higher power of God or whatever you want to say, there was nobody to be thankful to for my coffee or my show or the sunrise or my hibiscus plant over there or my friends or whatever. And I think for me, I think the importance of faith is it gave me somebody to say thank you to, somebody to be appreciative of, and yeah, it made gratitude make sense for me. Suzanne, I'm telling you, it's a constant struggle. I was rolling out of bed and my mind was just ping-ponging all over. I was going, what the hell is going on? And I said, thank you, God, for the night's sleep I got. Thank you, God, for the awareness that my mind is ping-ponging all over, and it doesn't need to be. No amount of fret or worry or I kid you not, I'm looking at the sunshine on my walls and a thought goes, oh, it's going to be warm in here soon. That's going to jack up my electric bills. It's just a horrible way to live. Instead of going, oh, what a pretty sunrise we're having. And it's just a constant struggle that never ends. I mean, but at least I think I found a cure for it. Doxycycline says your anxiety is so high in the early hours. And again, that's one of the reasons we go to drugs and alcohol. We smoke pot. Because if you smoke pot, all of a sudden you're going, it's like quiet. Or if you drink a beer, it changes a little bit. But doxycycline says your anxiety is high in the early hours. I think it's because your mind is not preoccupied. Your body is rested and your mind is, just taking in everything all at once and thinking about your day. And inevitably, when you get to work and you start doing your job, especially if it's a job that keeps you busy, you find some peace. Or maybe if you read a book that slows your brain down, or doesn't slow it, but it preoccupies your brain. Or if you're working out, it's hard to be, it's hard to be stressed about a bill to pay if you're bench pressing. I'll tell you what was good for me, riding my scooter. Riding the scooter was always peaceful. Not always, sometimes it was scary, but it was peaceful for me because you had to be in the moment. Because if you weren't in the moment on the scooter, bad stuff could happen very quickly. Good morning from Bakersfield, California. I'd love to get a scooter again. I sold it in February to finance this great adventure that is Wisconsin, and my life that had no income other than a little bit of social media at the time. And I sold my Suzuki Bergman 400, paid some financial responsibilities, and rode up here in February. Got an apartment, got 2 jobs, got 1, 2, 3, 4 plants, furnished it. I'll tell you what, looks good. Sitting on your front porch is your happy place. We don't have a lot of traffic, so it's just me and the birds and squirrels. And it's great if you can embrace your happy place and just hear the birds chirp or watch the squirrels play. Because if you let your mind run wild, it's hard to find that happy place. I always had a few happy places. The gym was one. My office at Keller Williams was one. I could always go in there, and I worked at Keller Williams as a realtor from, 2008 to 2020. But there was always a lot of smiling, friendly faces. What do they say? An idle mind is the devil's playground. I think that's one of the tough things. I know for me, I've been divorced twice. I think kids tend to preoccupy your thoughts. Having little ones and getting them to school or making their lunch or teaching them to go potty or whatever, they keep you busy and keep your mind occupied and your day and your hours occupied. And when you get divorced and your kids aren't with you all the time, you have all those worries, but you have quiet in your house, and that can be scary. Somebody is moving 1,800 miles to Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Do I have a couch? Oh, do I have a couch, Suzanne? Hold on. It's really a futon. But it was without it, as soon as I bought it, everything kind of came together. I was doing my show. I think it was like a Saturday morning. I was working at 11. I'd done enough research, and I decided that I thought a futon would be good for me. And I found one at Walmart that was like $220. And I had a bunch of people on my show going, "Go get it, go get it, go get it." I go, "But I gotta work at 11. You have time, go get it." So I went off that day got the futon at Walmart. It was $220. And suddenly I had a couch there. And I go, well, can't just have a couch there. What do we do? I need a TV. So I got a TV. Didn't have to sign up for cable. Great thing about the world today. And then I put together a few pieces of, a few tables from the Restore, and then got some plants, and all of a sudden my home is decorated and it feels really good. Bah! That's too low. What a glorious audience we have today. We got 46 people watching. We got 27 thumbs up. We got a hot cup of pumpkin spice. We're talking about fears and anxieties this morning, about active mind, about sunrises, about faith, about birthdays, about being 57, about kids. We could even talk about Detroit Lakes, Minnesota if you want, John. What's bringing you to Detroit Lake, to the Midwest? Why are you coming to Minnesota, I wonder, from California? Oh. Good morning, D-Son. Can we do a little experiment? Julie, I gotta clear this with you. Everyone's being a little quiet this morning. Maybe we're all living in the moment. Maybe I should just leave it here. I could shut the hell up and just drink my coffee. Good morning, Tanya Flanagan. You hurt my feelings yesterday, Tanya Flanagan. I thought you were sweet on me. You're not sweet on me. You just like to talk to people that aren't at work. Oh, the Flanagan sisters are here. Ooh, hi Tanya, hi Julie. Hi Julie, hi Tanya. Oh. Well, okay, I better turn it. I don't know, I feel the pressure to speak. Just scratch my stubbly face. Suzanne moved from Illinois to St. Paul, Minnesota. You sold your house and all your stuff. Where'd you live in Illinois, Suzanne? And I wonder what you moved in. Do you have an apartment if you sold all your stuff? Do you have a condo? Did you move in with somebody? Would you guys tune in if you lived in Schaumburg? What took you to Minnesota? Well, thank you, Tanya. I love that window too. Yeah, a really cool apartment. I was gonna say whoever designed it did a heck of a good job, but whoever bought this building did a heck of a good job when they converted it to apartments. I think I might have one of the coolest apartments in here. I always kind of feel that way. I always feel I have the special home or the special lot or the special place on the planet. I mean, I think next door is a mirror image of this apartment, but even still, I think the layout on mine, even though the layout's the exact same over there, is cooler here. Wait, hold on here. Oh, Opal's sending her youngest one off to college in a couple weeks. It's going to be hard for you. I'm sure it is, Opal. You get used to having your kids around, and apparently you have several, or a few at least, or more than one. And I would imagine, and again, Opal, I apologize. I don't remember if you're married or divorced or whatever. But yes, suddenly you'll be at home by yourself. And it'll be quiet, and I think quiet is frightening for a lot of us. Mobsidian asked, hey, I've been wondering how you feel about being an older dad. I really still want kids, but I fear you missed the boat. How old are you, Mobsidian? I don't think you missed the boat. You know, my only struggles with being a dad right now is I don't spend as much time with the kids. I think if you have love to give, it doesn't matter how old you are. You have a lovely apartment now. All right. And I'm imagining, well, let me see. St. Paul is right on, it's Minneapolis, St. Paul. Okay, you're 38. Mobsidian, holy smokes. I had my oldest daughter when I was 37. My very first child I had when I was 37. And my youngest I had when I was 53. And again, that's probably older than most would. But 38, I wouldn't hesitate. You know, if you want to have a family, you want to have kids, and you're 38 years old, go for it. I mean, you need a woman. You could adopt. You could foster. You could have a dog, but that's not quite the same. But I don't think you've missed the boat at all at 38. At having kids, assuming you have love to give. Well, Suzanne, do you feel lighter? Suzanne just moved from Illinois to St. Paul, Minnesota, and sold all her stuff and gave away the rest. Do you feel lighter, or you probably do? Like, you could move to Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm not saying you're going to, but you could move now and you're not tied down. And I think a lot of the stuff we accumulate ties us down. You know, I've accumulated some things. I got a bed, I got a TV, I got a table and coffee maker and plates and stuff like that. But I think I could walk away from most of this stuff pretty easily. You just got to stay fit. Okay, Suzanne found the stuff she had accumulated so unnecessary. Yeah. I have my two little ones coming up in next week, and there's a bunch of things I gotta buy for them, which will probably double the investment I made on all my furniture for me. And a little bit my anxiety, I have anxiety, but it's stupid because you can be anxious about anything, is having extra stuff and not being as flexible or as able to move around. But, you know, I guess part of adulting is is furnishing a place for your kids as well as yourself. I just need to do it. Today's the day. Oh. So, it's Thursday morning. Juggling a lot lately. How far am I from my kids? Well, I have two older ones, and the oldest one just went off to Iowa State for her sophomore year. Which is, I don't know, maybe 5.5 hours away. My second daughter is in the suburbs of Chicago, so about 3 hours away. And my two little ones are primarily living with their mom, and that is not fully determined yet where they're living, but further than I'd like, to be honest with you. Further than I'd like, but if we can work out a parenting time that's best for the kids, it'll be okay with me. But I just worry about the kids, to be honest with you. We got a little more coffee. Anyone else want some more coffee? Tanya Flanagan, are you still watching? Now I feel like I'm begging Tanya Flanagan. Thought she was sweet on me. She let me know she just liked to chat. Now I feel I have to coax her to care more about me with my windows. Love me for my windows and my pumpkin spice coffee, Tanya. I wonder if pumpkin spice coffee, I don't think pumpkin spice coffee would be necessary with pumpkin pie. I think it might be a little, not too much, because I don't know that you can get too much pumpkin, but not enough of a contrast or a variance in flavors. So it's Thursday morning, did I mention that? And being that it's my birthday, I've had the last 2 days off of work, which have felt great. But to be honest, I don't know. I had a great day Tuesday, and I had a good time golfing yesterday, but something about doing nothing feels really good. Or just chilling out, watching a documentary about the 12 apostles. Being in a home you like, or you feel comfortable with, or you're proud of, or that's got what you need. But like the thought of doing what I did 2 days ago, which was go exploring Wisconsin and finding a cool lake to swim in or lay at the beach or fish. Sounds more than I want today. And I was talking to my buddy I was golfing with yesterday and told him I might pick up a shift at work. And he goes, "You're gonna work on your birthday?" To me, it kind of just, I don't know, gives me purpose, makes me feel good. But then again, maybe not working on my birthday and just watching the documentary about the 9 apostles I have waiting might be just what I need. Maybe going out and getting myself some pumpkin pie and some Miracle Whip and gorging on it, creating a video for Tanya Flanagan, specifically for her. Say, "Hey Tanya, I can't remember the last time you didn't work on your birthday." "Yeah." "Well, thank you, Tanya. Definitely worked on my birthday last year. I mean, usually it depends what you do. As a realtor, the days you work and the days you don't, it's hard to tell them apart, I found. As a waiter last year, I worked. If you got a 9-to-5 job and your job, somebody says treat yourself. I mean, I went golfing yesterday. I went to a bar on a beautiful lake the day before. I think for me, treating myself would be to alleviate the stress or guilt or the fear of, and just buy my kids the stuff they need for when they come, as silly as that sounds. But again, I worry about accumulating stuff or spending money I don't have. And so I've delayed purchasing beds and other stuff for the last week. And so it's been on the back of my mind and it's on my to-do list. Just getting that done would feel good. I have some legal stuff I need to take care of in the next 24 hours. And then it's back to work for several days. And but when you say treat myself, I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't know that I'd get any great joy out of getting a massage. I've got a tub of ice cream in the freezer. Got a half pot of pumpkin spice. PTO to use. Oh, personal time off. I'm not going to use it on my birthday, which is in December. Taking off for an August birthday makes more sense, though. Yeah, but again, I've had the last 2 days off. And I've done, what I want to do the last 2 days. Do you ever go on vacation and almost need a rest from your vacation? I used to gamble and drink a ton. And believe me, I'd come back from vacation, which would be Vegas or a trip to the Bahamas or something where I stayed up late and drank too much. And the thought of going back to work the next day didn't sound very appealing. Maybe a quiet day at home might be what I want. Maybe I can go buy myself something. So what do I want to buy myself? What is the thing? Okay, well, I'm not thrilled with my speaker. I kind of got a cheap speaker. I don't know if buying it on Amazon would be the same. I think there's something good to actually going and shopping and purchasing. Do I need a new shirt? How much joy would a new shirt give me? Not a heck of a lot. Am I able to work a half day? Well, there's day shifts and then there's night shifts. And I could pick up a night shift at my job. And I don't mind. I like my job. I mean, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I might bitch and moan. Do I want a plant? I think my plants look good. I don't think I need any more just yet. This guy walking down the street there. Could go for a nice walk. Maybe I don't need to do a darn thing. Maybe just be in the moment. Relax with you fine folk. Save my money. You mean on a shirt? The dude definitely has trouble with women. Yeah, no, I've had a lot of trouble with women. I mean, I don't have trouble like dating or meeting women. The trouble I have with women is when I get them. I mean, I'm not always sure I want to keep them. Sometimes I throw them back. That's the worst kind of trouble. I think most people assume if you have trouble with women, you have trouble picking them up or dating them or taking them out. I don't know if it's just women. It's kind of nice being by yourself a little bit. Hello, Paul. Hello, Rice Krispies. Nobody's asked how I golfed yesterday. I shot 104. It was a very pretty course. It was the first golf course I played in Wisconsin that was kind of like I would hope it would be, reasonably priced and very, very pretty course on a lot of the holes. It was at the High Cliff State Park, which Julie, you probably might be familiar with. And some of the holes were set into this hillside and through these big woods, and it was beautiful. Didn't shoot very well. I had to re-tee like 4 times. That's 8 strokes wasted. Didn't really putt very well. But it was nice getting out. Oh yeah, 18 holes. The guy I played with, younger guy than me, full of passion and expectations. Probably like a lot of younger people doesn't maybe gets angry at themselves or angry at the game of golf or maybe even angry at the world when things don't go exactly as they want. I think I'm getting better at that. Why do people like golf? Well, it feels really good when you hit a good shot. You're outside. You're in pretty places. I mean, do you like any sports? If you don't like any sports or any competition, I mean, the issue with golf is it's really hard. And if you're just at the level where you can't even hit a ball, really, it can be a whole heck of a lot of frustration. And golf can be frustrating. Suzanne likes mini golf. Have I ever been to Mount Rushmore? No, I have not, Stevie K. I'd like to go. I was close to going last year on the ride home, about 12 months ago. No, I was back in Naperville already. Where'd that year go? Julie Flanagan, where'd the last year go? It was fun when I could say I was in Yellowstone a few months ago. Now it's over a year ago. Now it's ancient history. But anyway, I rode my scooter through South Dakota on the way home and thought about going to Mount Rushmore, but I did not go. I was excited to get home and be back in the suburbs of Chicago and see my family, see my kids, see my sister, and take on the next chapter of life. And I mean, that's not entirely true. I did stop and do a little touring again on the ride home and stopped at various stops along the way and went to various restaurants. Suzanne used to live in Aurora on a golf course. What golf course, Suzanne? I'll bet I know it. Orchard Valley by chance? No, I'm guessing golf courses in Aurora that have homes on it. Yeah, I just said that, Orchard Valley. Right, Suzanne? Yeah, I used to golf Orchard Valley a lot of townhomes around Orchard Valley, some single families as well, but a lot of fairly cool looking townhomes, kind of fun golf course as well. Paul lives on a golf course in Australia and you don't play golf. Well, there's something neat about golf courses. If you like people watching like I do, on the 9th hole, hold on. Suzanne, oh, wait, on the 9th hole. You sure it was the 9th hole? Was it the 10th hole, Suzanne? Could it have been the 10th hole that you owned a house? I mean, you probably know. I think it was the 9th. I don't think it was the 9th, Suzanne, because the 9th hole has the road, Orchard Road on the left and the driving range on the 9th, on the right. So I don't think you could have owned a home on the 9th hole. You could have had one on the 8th hole or the 10th hole. Oh, well, thank you, Mobsidian. Thank you, Raw Dog. Good morning, Teter. Where have you been, Teter? I don't think you were tuning in yesterday. Were you out there? I have to leave Teter alone. I tease Teter. Teter's gone through lots of transformations in the last week with me. Just a week ago, Teter, in my mind, was a heavy-set man who lived in Montana. Now Teter's a woman stomping on rattlesnakes. Oh, yes, Suzanne, I'm pretty sure you could have been on the 8th hole or you could have been on the 10th hole. But I'm pretty sure the 9th hole at Orchard Valley has the driving range on the right and Orchard Road on the left. Teter's always been a woman. Well, I like that about you, Teter. I mean, I like the thought of you in Montana because I think Montana's a neat state. And I like your consistency that you've always been a woman, despite my thoughts about you. You're going to stay that way too. How old are you, Teter? And what does Teter mean? Is that short for some name or some nickname? Here's seagulls chirping. Oh, you're 34. You're just a baby. Well, thank you, Steve K. It is my birthday today. I'm 57. So Teter's your real name? Do they have apple picking during the fall where I'm at? Because I live in Appleton, Tanya, or because I'm sure they do. I mean, Julie Flanagan, are there apple trees up here somewhere? We had them in Illinois. And if we had them in Illinois, I don't see why we couldn't have apples in Wisconsin. Yeah, so they have apple picking. We have our own business. If anyone wants to collaborate, please send me. I mean, that doesn't seem like a very, somebody's coming on, thank you, Teter, giving a hard sales pitch. Oh, is Teter a character from Yellowstone? It was my birthday a few weeks ago. I got myself a new G-Shock watch. Let's get rid of them. Teter, you're a real person, aren't you? How long's Teter had an account here? I'd be so bummed if Teter wasn't a real person. She seems full of goodwill, but if she's just pretending she's somebody from Montana, because apparently Teter was a character on the show Yellowstone, which was set in Montana. Teter, you didn't just create an account to stalk me, did you? They are TC. I'm going to start a collection. You're going to start a collection, Paul A, of what's TC mean? Again, I post all these videos on Spotify, by the way. Thank you, Mama M. I post all these videos on Spotify and on YouTube, and I cut them into shorts and reels and TikToks. I'm wondering if people will find any of today's show of any value at all, because it's just random conversations with commenters. You're starting a collection of G-Shocks, and that is a G-Shock a watch? I mean, it's fun to collect things, I guess. Again, I think everyone should do them. Doesn't really matter what I do. But I kind of like having one watch that I rely on. Oh, they're cheap watches. So you're collecting cheap watches? When you say cheap watches, how much does a G-Shock cost? And why is it called a G-Shock? Who makes the G-Shock? They're built really strong. Are they huge? Thank you, Opal. Thank you for tuning in. All right. I think they might be huge watches. I got tiny little wrists. Huge watches don't look good on me. It's possible. I have a buddy who collects those as well, has several. Maybe if they're $50, you can have several. Different looks. Do you want to be sporty? Do you want to be classy? They are Casio, heaps of different models. Some are huge and some are small. Tanya is just having her first cup of coffee. So it's 7:30 there, Tanya, and you're just having your first cup of coffee. Did you work last night? Comrade Sid is eating a beef burger. Oh, I learned something yesterday. Do you want to know what I learned? Does anyone know what the Scottish flag looks like? It's a blue flag with what I thought was an axe on it going like this. I mean, I almost don't even want to talk. Yeah, it's blue with a white, what I thought was an X, like this. I almost don't want to tell you what it's for. And although I watched The Chosen the other day, I didn't really get who the characters, the disciples or the apostles were that I was watching. And when I was watching and met Andrew, who was the brother of Simon, who would become Peter, I didn't get that Andrew was Saint Andrew of St. Andrew's Golf Course in St. Andrew the city, and the patron saint of Scotland. I've got a picture of St. Andrew's up there. Had I known that the Andrew, who was a disciple of Jesus, who was Simon's brother, who was the patron saint of Scotland, was a disciple. I guess I didn't know. St. Andrew, well, Andrew isn't English, and there is a St. Andrews in Illinois, but there's a St. Andrews in Scotland. And it's the oldest, one of the oldest golf courses in the world. And probably, maybe one of the most, probably the most famous golf course in the world. I'm gonna get some coffee, and I'm gonna take you, well, I'm gonna get some coffee after I take you over here. And I'm gonna show you my picture of St. Andrews. That is the first and the 18th hole. I don't know if I zoom in really closely. I don't know, it says Old Course, St. Andrews, Scotland. And it's a painting that kind of means something to me because my mother was from Scotland and my brothers and I visited there in, I think, 1986. But either way, I didn't really put it together that the disciple Andrew was the man that would become St. Andrews, the patron saint of Scotland. And if I may go to a gruesome twist to this, the blue flag of Scotland with the what I thought was an X on it that I didn't know what it meant was for how St. Andrews was crucified. He was crucified, I think, to a tree with his legs and arms spread out like as in an X. Kind of puts a morbid vibe over the flag, if you ask me. I used to see that. I mean, hopefully I'll let that go now that I know the story behind the flag. But I don't want to think of Andrew, the nice character I know from The Chosen, being crucified spread eagle. And that's where they got the flag from. It's quite frightening. Tanya says, I need some homemade chicken soup. You're right, Tanya, I do need some homemade chicken soup. And pumpkin pie. So I'm going to sip a little more coffee. Good morning, the Night Rusher. How are you? The Night Rusher. I don't remember you. Do I? Have you been on my show before? I like that you use an exclamation point. Have I ever had a fried Mars bar? No. No. I can't even really remember what a Mars bar tastes like. Thank you, Chip. Yeah, Raw Dog, thank you. Good info on the flag. You didn't know. I know. I mean, I'm just learning that all the disciples, save one, ended up coming to very harsh deaths. I was like, well, Andrew's such a nice character on The Chosen. Don't let that happen to him. I'm not sure I'm looking forward to season 6 of this Chosen now. It ended so nicely with Judas giving a kiss to Jesus on season 5. I think the next few episodes could be quite painful. Thank you, Dustin. What else did I learn yesterday? Maybe not a heck of a lot. But we've had a glorious audience today. How was golf yesterday? Chip, golf was good. Chip, you don't golf, do you? I don't think you do. I played really well the last time I went out, and I did not play so well yesterday. The course, and if you don't golf, you won't know what I'm talking about. But the course had out of bounds on it. And out of bounds is when you hit a ball off the course, and it might be a yard or I don't know, some other piece of property. And as weird as it sounds that you can hit a ball off the course, it happens. And out of bounds is a very penal penalty. You hit one out of bounds, it's stroke and distance. So say your tee shot, you pull it into somebody's yard, that counts as one stroke, and then bringing it back to the tee is another stroke. So you lay two on the tee, and you get to tee off again. So it's really like a 2-stroke penalty. It's quite a bummer because strokes are hard fought in golf. And on the second hole, I pulled my drive a little to the left, a little more than a little, and it rolled a few feet out of bounds. So I had to re-tee, and I laid 2. And all of a sudden, there was fear in my swing. And I don't think I could just relax and swing away. And I think it affected my golf game. And I mean, it was fun. It was a beautiful course, but I didn't play real well. You guys are talking about a fight on a golf course. I don't like seeing fights. I don't like seeing people hit each other. I don't like violence. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Even somebody that has it coming a little bit, I don't want to see them get hurt. You can imagine how much the X on the Scottish flag hurts me. I think I feel others' pain. I feel bad for people. Your friend would always call your low shots worm burners. My viewer's thumbs up theory is broken. I don't know what thumbs up theory you mean, Mobsidian. Oh, you're right about that, Mobsidian. Yeah, no, I realized that yesterday. I ended up getting a whole lot of thumbs up. but my audience did not double my thumbs up. It's not even 7 in the morning, and I'm wrapping up my show. If anybody has anything earth-shattering they'd like to discuss, please let me know. But I was up early. I might have time, because it is my day off, to take a nap after my coffee. What do I want to do today? Maybe not a dang thing. Maybe work. I mean, work doesn't sound very glorious, but it might feel practical. Might feel like the smart play. Maybe I should. Sleep after a coffee. Oh yeah, I'm not afraid. How did you do in golf yesterday? Tanya, I had fun. I struggled. I won $10 from my partner. He was very upset about that. He'd never heard of a Nassau. We played like a $5 Nassau. And I think a Nassau, for anyone that golfs, is probably one of the most common type of bets. And we played $5 on the front, $5 on the back, and $5 on overall. And we tied the front. And he didn't understand that that bet didn't keep going. But either way, it's a good thing for him that it didn't. Else he would have given me $15, not just 10. Paulie, I don't have any great desire for a G-Shock. I'm pretty pleased with my watch. The story of my watch is a long one. I bought it and replaced, it got taken from me and I replaced it a few years later. And I kind of think it's the watch I want to be buried in. I don't even really want to be buried in that watch. I would love if a grandkid liked my watch enough that wanted to keep it and remember their old Grandpa Ken from it. I think that'd be cooler than being buried with it. You know what I mean? What do they say? You can't take it with you. It's not that funny. Chip, I should make a movie about it and then you'd never see it. It was horrible. My neighbor stole the watch. My neighbor stole my watch. It's really quite horrible. I didn't catch him red-handed, but I know he did it. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about how glorious of a day it is. No, Suzanne. Why didn't I go whoop on him and get it back? Because he sold stuff on eBay. We used to get high. I lived in Lisle with my first wife and lived in a really cool townhome. And we'd get high and drink and play video games. And I had a Tag Heuer watch. It wasn't like crazy expensive, but it might have been like $1,200. And I had it up in my bedroom on the top floor, and we were in my basement. Then he went up to go to the bathroom. We had a bathroom on the first floor. After a while, I went and said, hey, where's my buddy? And he'd already told me he sells stuff on eBay all the time. It's embarrassing even telling the story because I got a replacement watch and I think he stole that too. But he decided to go to the bathroom on the third floor. Seemed like quite a trip. My watch was gone that next day. Never to be seen of again. Really scarred our relationship. Oh, Tanya says, it's a glorious day because we're having coffee with Ken. Well, thank you, Tanya. Suzanne said $1,200 is a lot for a watch. It is. It is. But it's not like crazy expensive. You know, you can spend a lot of money on a watch. Yeah, you can spend a lot of money on a watch. So that seems, I don't know, not crazy expensive. I had to buy a third one. No, the replacement one I got was a different brand, and I forget what it was, and it wasn't as expensive. And then eventually I bought the same watch back, and now it's the watch that I'd like a grandchild to have. I didn't know him that well. We lived, you know, he wasn't like an old, long-time friend. Well, let's just get it. Where's my watch? Where's my watch? Where's my watch? Oh, I know where my watch is. Here it is. I usually keep it on the dresser. It's this watch. I don't even know what kind it is, but it's, I tell you what, and 4 or 5 years ago, or no, 6 or 7 years ago, I decided to buy it back. And I don't know, it's some sort of Tag Heuer, some sort of like Formula One or racing watch or something. I don't know, but it's waterproof. It's the right size, it's the right weight. Looks nice. I debated getting like a black-faced one or a white-faced one or a blue-faced one. And a blue-faced one sounded kind of fun. But I think that'd be kind of fun just once in a while. I don't think that'd be an everyday color for a watch. So I went with black, and I'm pleased with it. Do I remember the watch story in Pulp Fiction? I certainly do. I certainly do. Christopher Walken. He did steal a second one, but it wasn't the same one. Yeah, so anyway, enough about that. There's nothing, there's no pleasant. I might as well be thinking of poor St. Andrew and the Scottish flag. That almost hurts as bad. And that fight on the golf course that I didn't see. I don't like the thought of it. We got to think of, have I had this watch serviced before? Like got an oil change or something? Or I think I had the battery changed. Once I had to send it in. I was walking out my door and somehow this, whatever this is called, this thingy, got stuck on the door and like yanked out and broken. And I took it back to the jeweler and they had to send it in to like New York. And it was gone for like 3 months. I kid you not. It was gone for like 3 months. I don't understand that. Nina's Fit. Nina, how long has Nina is Fit been an account? Can somebody look at Nina is Fit and tell me how long they've had their account? And the reason I ask is because they use a word. There you go. There you go. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. Whenever anybody uses the word should, the experts say did you see that? That person said, "We hate you." Imagine that somebody said, "We hate you." somebody spends their day hating me, I could get they don't like me. Well, you know, really, that somebody, pumpkin pie. I don't think pumpkin pie's here for good purpose either. No, I know. Hate is bad. Think about how it destroys you. You know, I talked about moving up from Illinois to Wisconsin because I had hate in my soul towards somebody, and it was destroying me, and it was hard for me to let go, and it felt horrible. And for somebody to hate me, I'm not worth it. Believe me, you know, feels weird. No, hate is such a strong word. And I felt it. It was horrible. I was having a hard time getting a job, to do anything, to be productive, to stop crying, to stop being sad, and I was consumed. Yeah. Forgiveness is peace. Yeah, and it's hard to do sometimes, especially with an ex. Megan says, you're talking about your ex-hubby was terrible to you. Megan, I bet you he thinks you were terrible to him, probably. I think it probably goes both ways. But either way, I can understand bitterness towards a relationship you had with an ex-wife or an ex-husband and being angry at them. But to hate somebody that's not even a celebrity like me, you know, hating Donald Trump or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or Elon Musk is a waste of all of our energy. But at least they're famous people that are making decisions about things that matter. But to waste any of your energy hating somebody like me that's really not worth it seems so odd. Oh, Pumpkin Pie said, do you think your kids are more embarrassed, disappointed, or angry at my social media addiction? Or all three? I think they're proud of their dad. I think their friends think it's cool that I'm almost famous. You know, I'm sure there's some videos that they'd probably prefer that I hadn't posted, but you know, that's okay. Maybe she is envious of my show and how random people like me. Maybe, but either way, it still doesn't seem worth hating me over. What has that fame gotten me? I don't know. It's not about what it's gotten me, Pumpkin Pie. See, again, Pumpkin Pie hates me too. It's not about what it's gotten me, it's what I think I helped change the world. I think I'm making the world a better place, Pumpkin Pie. I'm not doing this for me, really. I mean, it feels good, I enjoy it. But I'm hoping my experiences about all sorts of things help other people. So you ask, what has that fame gotten me? Again, I think that's obvious. You're looking at what the world can do for you, Pumpkin Pie. And that's not what I'm doing. Do you guys see that? I have somebody named Pumpkin Pie who's angry at me as well, who hops on and trolls my pages and says mean things about me. And they asked, what has that fame gotten me? you know? Yeah, I'm trying to make the world a better place. I think I do. I know I do. There's no doubt about it. It's gotten me some nice art. Okay, well, pumpkin pie, you're not being so hateful, but you're saying it seems like a time drain. Well, time is meant to be spent. But wouldn't you say you watching my videos is a time drain? Like, you don't like my show. You don't like that I'm doing it. I mean, obviously, you watching my show seems like a time drain. Stop. Let it go. Oh, well, you're welcome, Sophie. I might keep talking. What if on my birthday, because pumpkin pie, because generally, that first person that said, we hate you, and told me I should shave because they didn't like it, I knew as soon as they said I should do something. Generally, whatever the people that don't like me tell me to do, I go the opposite way because I know they're not right. In real life, I have only my kids who are far away and my sister. I look forward to Ken and others' lives to help me with connection. I feel blessed to have people like Ken to learn from. Oh, well, thank you. And I don't want to say you're blessed to have me, but I mean, I appreciate that you think that much of it, but I think it's valuable. I know it is. I know I help people not drink alcohol. I know I have people not feel so alone. I don't know. I make people feel good. I don't know why, but I make people feel good. And every once in a while I come across somebody that feels bad when they watch me. And I think I can't help them. And I can't help pumpkin pie or whoever that was that feels bad when they watch my show. The guy I went golfing with asked me how TikTok was going and brought it up and commented about people that hated me. You don't feel bad, you feel grateful. I don't know what that means. Well, thank you, Mubsidian. Yeah. Mako says TikTok can be rough. Yeah. It almost seems like it's going away. Well, thank you, Sophie. I appreciate that. Sophie said, because I have a humble and simple life, yet I enjoy and appreciate it. Very relatable and down to earth. Okay, TikTok will be US only on September 5th and called M2. That might be the death of TikTok. I almost feel TikTok's on its deathbed anyway. It's changed, and it probably should. It probably should change. I mean, again, it's not even because of the China thing, I don't think. Yeah, it sounds like it's on its deathbed on September 5th. If it's going to change the name, calling it M2, I don't think the kids are going to think it's cool to do anymore. Oh, it's nice. So what else do I have for you? 95 minutes we've talked. 50 thumbs up. 54 likes. $4.99 in the kitty. Feels good. Feels good. And it's just after 7 in the morning. It will be the end for TikTok, but YouTube, I'll be requiring ID to use the app, maybe over 2. No one wants to do that. Well, thank you so much, Carrie Ann Clark. I appreciate you. No one wants requiring ID to use the app. Maybe there should be. I don't even know what Connie says, but she says YouTube will be requiring ID to use the app. You mean like to determine our age? To determine, you know, you say nobody wants to do it, but the hottest clubs require ID to get into, and we all want to, you know, we'll wait in lines to show our IDs and get in the trendiest of clubs. So maybe having it a little more discriminatory and keeping 10-year-olds off social media might be a good thing. And maybe putting some limitation. Oh, well, thank you, Angela. Because I think it's silly that TikTok allows people to create endless accounts on it. Yeah. And maybe if you show an ID, won't allow you to create endless accounts. Because again, if they are worried about online bullying or hateful stuff or what have you, Well, Connie, I have a feeling that YouTube knows what they're doing. And that YouTube isn't going to mess this up. And that Google's not going to mess this up. I don't know what you're asking about requiring an ID or needing an ID or whatever. But I think it's going to be just fine. And I don't have faith that TikTok knows what they're doing. I don't. So I think, again, I was being asked in January, what am I going to do when TikTok gets banned? And I wasn't worried about it at all. I didn't think TikTok was going to get banned. But it did. And I think it happened for a reason. And I came over to YouTube and it's been great. I've enjoyed YouTube a lot more than TikTok, a lot less headaches. Kind of a more professional, cool setting, less about getting weird gifts from viewers or, I don't know, TikTok kind of felt like a video game to me. Angela, did you find me on YouTube or did you find me on TikTok? How did you find me, Angela? YouTuber, okay. A lot of I've met people in person that I've met on TikTok, and I started posting less videos over there and less videos on Instagram, to be honest with you. And I feel the load on me is lighter. And I have a weird responsibility that if somebody makes a comment, I feel the need to say something back to acknowledge them. And it feels nice not having that responsibility on several different social media platforms. And I'll bet if I focused it all on YouTube, I could grow this quicker. Even if a lot of people aren't on YouTube, there's more than enough. How many people go on YouTube? I mean, billions, right? That seems like a big enough potential audience. Teter won't get TikTok till it's all American. Well, that seems very Montanan of you, Teter, and I mean that in a good way. That's what I would expect from a boot-wearing, can I call you a chick, Teter? Boot-wearing chick from Montana that steps on rattlesnakes. With ID, your YouTube following will be much smaller, but more intimate and genuine. Well, we'll see. But again, yeah, I don't know. I always kind of want this just to be like having a cup of coffee with meeting people at Starbucks for a cup of, ooh, Starbucks. I think they're going to give me a free coffee today. I'll certainly find my way to score that free coffee on the app. If they have pumpkin spice, if it is officially out, I'll probably get one. But yeah, I just kind of wanted this to be a cup of coffee with friends. And I'd like that friend base to grow, and I think it has and does. So when people come on and try to argue with me, I don't know, I just don't want that. You love YouTube, all right. Yeah, no, I listened, I use YouTube for a bunch of different things. There's movies on it, there's documentaries on it, there's relaxing stuff on it. There's yoga videos, and I guess a little bit on that is TikTok, but I think TikTok's probably run its course and is going to go the way of the dodo bird. See, pumpkin pie, I don't think you're 100% evil, pumpkin pie. But I don't understand your questions. What happens when my phone dies or I drop it? I don't know what you mean. What happens when any of our phone dies or they drop it? What do you mean? What happens? I don't know. I recharge it or I buy another one. I guess that's what would happen when my phone died. I'd recharge it. Or if I drop it, I'd probably buy another one. I haven't bought another one. Mine's got hairline fractures on it from when Augie chucked it. But I guess in some ways it reminds me of my little nugget of love. But some ways it's not always the warmest, fuzziest memory. My case was cracking too. So when he flung it at breakfast and it landed with a smack, I guess I had it coming. But this phone's almost 3 years old, I think. And I don't really, outside of the hairline fractures on it, see a big reason to get another one. It seems like Apple Computer's doing well despite, I think people are adapting or going to new phones a little slower, because I think society's realizing that just because they made the camera a little more powerful, you don't need to spend $1,000 for a slightly more powerful camera. And the one we had is still working. So, anyway. Does anybody else have anything they want to share at this time? I've talked a long, long time. But it's been a great audience, a robust audience. Somebody said they upgraded from the iPhone 10 to the 16 and the 16 is bad. Why is the 16 bad, I wonder, Deadpan? I mean, I have the iPhone 14. I wonder what could be bad about the 16. Pumpkin Pie, you're trying to add value to my content. I'm confused. I think Pumpkin Pie likes me and wants to be welcomed into the fold, but still's holding on to the troll pages that they troll with. I think I might know who Pumpkin Pie is. Suzanne says she's an Android girl. She could never get used to the iPhone. I've never used an Android, but the iPhone just is a beautiful thing. And I don't know, if you have a Mac computer or you have an iPad, they all work really well together. And they're so intuitive. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's and again, maybe the Android works well as well. And I realized when I switched from a Microsoft-based computer to a Macintosh, the learning curve was great, and the things I knew how to do, I no longer did. But I think learning them was fun, and I'm very happy I did. And I just don't see ever not having a Macintosh or an Apple or an iPhone, because I'm blown away by the quality of the product. Suzanne said if you drop the iPhone, it breaks immediately. You can drop your Samsung from 2 stories up and it won't break. Well, I think durability would be a good argument, but I think functionality is more important than durability a little bit. Because if you buy a good case, the phone's fine. Obviously, I have cracks on my screen, so I realize that they can break. But again, I knew my case was cracking, and I gave it to my little boy, and YouTube went dead on him, and he went, and he chucked it, and it landed. Oh, that's nice. It's nice. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Well, Remington, it's good to see you. It is good to see you. I appreciate you hopping on. Bye-bye, Sirius. Thank you for hopping on and saying hi and wishing us a great day. I appreciate you. Mobsidian is saying, very cold Greek yogurt and honey. Remington, what's going on? What do you want advice for? You can definitely ask for advice. What's the matter, Remington? Somebody's asking for advice. I can't say goodbye to you while there's somebody out there craving words of wisdom from this old dude. Come on. Don't leave us hanging. My bananas are just getting browner up there. Maybe that's what I'll do. maybe I won't. I found out my daughter. Are you serious? You really found out your daughter's not biologically yours? Uh, I'd say you search your soul for that. And yeah, I don't know. Uh, yeah, that's a tough one. I'm sure it's um, hopefully, okay. Here's my thought. Hopefully you love her for her, not your genetic makeup. Hopefully, and I know it would be hard. Remington Page said he found out his daughter is not biologically his, and she's only 7. And I'm sure that would be a very hard thing to swallow. And if I found myself in that situation, hopefully I'd realize that, again, that I love my daughter for who she is and the experiences we've had and for the beautiful person she can be someday, not just for the genetic makeup that you thought you passed on to her. But I don't know what you do. You might have, I mean, if you need to. Oh, well, you have her full time. She has no involvement with her mom. Well, then you keep loving her. She's a human being. She's your daughter, whether she's your genes or not. Keep loving on her. Be thankful you have her. Be thankful that you can make this girl the beautiful girl that God intended her to be, and that you were blessed with the opportunity to guide her and, get her ready for life. You're angry, hurt, and sad, but you're scared. I get all those things, Remington. Maybe go see a therapist and talk through it, because that's a lot. That's a big pill to swallow. It's easy for us to sit back and say, "Oh yeah, keep loving on her as if she's your own." And I think that's, at the end of the day, the best advice and the only real thing you can do. Shoot, I'd adopt her. She needs love. And you've been the one to give her that love, and keep doing it. Because if you're angry, hurt, and sad, but scared, think how she feels. And again, I don't want to guilt you. I'm not denying your feelings, because I'm sure they're real. I understand why you feel all those things, and I'm not judging, saying, "Oh, you shouldn't feel scared or angry or hurt or sad." I get it. Because you thought she was, your genetic makeup, but she's not. But she's still the beautiful little girl that you've known all these years and that you're taking care of. And I think things happen for a reason. But if you need to talk out those feelings, go to see a therapist. I don't, I talk a lot on this show, and people get mad at me and say, "You're not a licensed therapist." I don't think you need to be a licensed therapist, but sometimes it feels good getting stuff off your chest. And, it might be hard. It was probably hard for you to say you're angry or you're hurt or you're sad or scared, because you don't want to be judged as this bad guy that's, doesn't love his daughter. But those are real feelings and real hurt and real scared and real pain you're dealing with, and might feel good for you to talk to a therapist and yell and scream and express those emotions, because they're valid. But I think in time, hopefully not even long, hopefully, I hope and I pray for you and this girl that the girl doesn't ever notice a difference in your love for her. Although I know it would be hard. I think if we all searched our soul, that would be a tough pill to swallow. When should you tell her? I don't know. I don't even know if you ever need to. I don't know all the answers at all. I mean, I don't even know the questions. I don't know. Do you ever need to? I certainly wouldn't be in a hurry. She's only 7. I mean, I don't know the answer to this. I just know how it feels to hurt and be sad and scared. Certainly not when she's 7. Unless I'm wrong, but certainly not when she's 7. I mean, she's got so much going on. She doesn't need to be, you don't need to make her angry, hurt, or scared, or sad. Maybe that's your responsibility to deal with right now, and not hers. Let her be a kid. Let her not resent her mom or her, genetic dad. I was wondering about that too. Does she have a real father that may be interested in knowing her? I mean, I don't know how you research that or how you look it up. But yeah, maybe there's a dad out there that wants to love her too. But I think what's most important, the dad might not even know. And I think the biggest responsibility you have is towards that little girl, and protecting her at this point, because she's only 7. She should be playing and kicking a ball around and having friends, not having to handle all the heavy stuff. That life deals us. Do I still believe in marriage? It's certainly been okay for friends. I'm not sure if I believe in marriage for me. I've been married twice. I thought I do meant forever, and it didn't. So maybe I'm not good at marriage. Maybe I wasn't meant to be. Maybe I'm a self-absorbed jerk. And wasn't intended to be married. I don't know. You definitely don't need marriage to be happy. Yeah, Connie, I'm sure he's hurting. Yeah. Yeah, you can love without marriage. Again, I thought marriage meant I was committed and I was doing the right thing forever, but, maybe needing that commitment. Yeah, I don't know what I think about marriage. How are my apples and bananas doing? Well, first of all, I don't have any apples. I was too disappointed by the bags of apples I'd gotten recently. Secondly, my bananas are much past ripe. What am I going to do today? It's my birthday, we all know. I might go to the grocery store. I might go to Starbucks, get my free latte or pumpkin spice or mocha or something. Gonna probably FaceTime my little ones at 9 o'clock. Probably gonna post some videos, edit some videos, go for coffee, go to the store, get some fresh bananas and maybe some more fruit because I'm hooked on fruit right now. And see how my day unfolds. At noon, I'm gonna figure out what I need to do for tomorrow for some legal stuff I have to work through tomorrow. And if I have the energy or the want, I might pick up a shift and go work tonight, even though it's my birthday. And I'll be okay. I'm looking forward to my day. I'm excited about my day. I'm 57. And yeah. Angela, if I really wanted, the only thing I really want, Angela says, get myself a gift. The only thing I really want, like in a material way, is a scooter right now. And a couple months, or about a month ago, I was working every day and I felt like I had extra cash. And the thought crossed my mind that I could buy a scooter for my birthday, but I'm not ready to yet. But the only material thing that I really want is a scooter. And I see so many out there and I'm a little jealous. And would love to have one. Not a 50cc. I had a 400cc till this February when I sold it that I'd had for about 10 years. But I'd love to get at least that big a bike. And there's so many beautiful roads up in northern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I would love, if I had a couple weeks, to take a tour of Michigan and northern Wisconsin and just take a couple weeks and go for a long ride. And to do that, I'd want a bigger bike. Which should be either a 400 or maybe even like a 650 or a 600cc bike. The ones I'm looking at are Suzuki Bergman, 400 and 650. There's the Honda Silverwing, which is a 600cc bike. And there's also a BMW made a 650cc bike, which I think would be awesome as well. And I could go for long rides on, and maybe if I started dating a lady who wanted to travel with me, take some rides up and around Michigan and Wisconsin. And I think I could really enjoy that. So that's the only material thing I really want right now. I have everything I need for me. I need to spend some money and buy some things for my little ones that are coming next week. But I'll take care of that today. I might do that while I'm sipping some coffee at Starbucks. But anyway, I'm excited about my day. Somebody said there was a lot of sugar mamas out there. I don't want a sugar mama. I'm doing okay. Barb says, Amy and Chris are little people, big world, who fell in life on scooter trips. Yeah, Remington has a motorcycle. I don't want a motorcycle, Remington, unless it was a real cruising bike. I don't even like the noise. There's something about scooters, they're just so easy. And I think if I bought myself, I don't know. I use it, I love it. It's not just a toy for me. And I know I rode my scooter a lot more than my friends rode their motorcycles that had them. And I think part of that is because it was so easy to do. And it had so much functionality in terms of the top case and the case under the seat. And I don't know, it just got great gas mileage, was great going for rides. Angela says getting gifts for my children would be cool too. I wouldn't even call them gifts what I need to get my kids, Angela. I need to get a couple twin mattresses and a couple canopies. Apparently they sleep, my ex-wife called them tents, but maybe I don't even know what it means, but I think they're more canopies over the mattresses. And I got to get a little wagon to pull them. And hoping I can spend $1,000 or less, because that's about all I can budget for it. But I think I can get everything I need for $1,000, I'm hoping. Because again, that's about all I have budgeted for it. but they're not really gifts. They're just functional. I mean, a mattress isn't a gift. A wagon's kind of a gift. But I think for toys and stuff, I think this apartment will be great for them. I don't know. I was at the grocery store. There's these little, just those little inflatable balls. Kick them around the apartment. I don't know. We'll have fun. We'll figure it out. We'll watch TV, watch movies, go for walks. I'm super excited to see them. Not sure if I'm going to do my show the weekend I have them. If they're asleep, I probably will. And if they're not, I probably won't. But either way, it'll work out just the way as it will. Yeah. Good morning, Tanya. Or not good morning. You've been here. Have you been here the whole time? Tanya, maybe if you fly up here, I'll buy a scooter and we'll go for a ride. I don't know if you'd be okay with that, but I'd like to have a partner in a ride. I mean, I guess going by myself's fun too. Maybe we wouldn't get along, Tanya. Maybe it'd be uncomfortable. Taking trips with people you don't know very well could be uncomfortable. But you seem kind of carefree. But again, I wouldn't want it to be uncomfortable for you or me. Well, thank you, Remington. It feels good. Yeah, no, I love my apartment. I love that I'm in a position where I can get some things for the kids. And I love that I have 2 jobs to go to in the next week. And doing the right things. So, tell you what, it is Thursday morning. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. And I appreciate you for hopping on this extended show today. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. Hope you're enjoying your coffee. I hope you are feeling good. I want to thank you for tuning in. And hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. You're feeling good. You're loving yourself. You are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.